Hello there, my very good friends. On today's wrestling news, Vince McMahon wants WWE back.
Travis Scott flakes on Money in the Bank.
WWE doesn't want you swearing at shows.
And Rick Derringer sadly passes away. I'm Adam Wilborn.
And I'm Andy Murray.
And this is the news.
All right, let's kick this one off with, listen, some people want unrealistic things in life.
Yeah.
I would like to win the lottery.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon would like to buy WWE back. Apparently.
Okay.
So we'll preface this one, right? You don't have to worry. If you're a WWE fan, you don't have to worry about this happening because there's no chance in hell Vince McMahon has the resources to buy WWE back. I'm pretty sure the company's valuation has gone up by about $4 or $5 billion since he sold his shares to Endeavor and TKO was formed. You don't have to worry about this at all. But it's pretty mental, so let's talk about it.
Yeah.
So this comes from Jonathan Coachman, former WWE broadcaster, of course.
Quite a day for him.
Yeah, it was. We'll talk about him more in a bit. On his Coach and Bro podcast, which he does with that ever-reliable source, Vince Russo. Now, look, I've no idea what Coachman's track record is with stuff like this. And to be fair, he's probably just passing on what he's heard. But I'm going to read, I'll read the passage, the pivotal passage from this. I mentioned on Twitter, and I've been, by the way, going viral. You probably bigging himself up. You've probably seen I've been quoted everywhere when I talked about Vince rebuying. I've been quoted everywhere, and the one thing I've yet to be wrong about anything. And so now all of a sudden I'm getting all of these websites. That's us, because I have educated views, and I also have people that are tipping me off. Now, do I 100%? Do I know 100% he's going to buy? I know he wants to. So yeah, wanting to and going to are obviously very different things. Obviously, given the amounts of money involved. And also, we should note that WWE recently signed a $5 billion deal with Netflix. Right, it's going to take a lot for anyone who wants to buy this company ever again. It seems very unlikely. I mean, it's nigh on impossible. I do believe that Vince wants it back.
Oh, no doubt, yeah.
Yeah, I bet he is sitting there at home watching these Triple H shows, which are demonstrably better than anything this deluded old fart was serving up in his last, 2 decades.
I was about to say 2 decades as well.
Yeah. Since 2001 when he killed the competition. He's probably watching these shows and going,
And he's a workaholic, isn't he? Yeah.
There's not enough angles where tag teams are shaving each other's backs. Get me Bobby Lashley's sisters on the phone. I can fully believe he's sitting there at home spitting and raging while he deals with the billion different lawsuits he's incurred for being a total monster of a human being. But look, you don't have anything to worry about, WWE fans. You're good, you're safe. Just, keep the old croaky fart at a distance.
Absolutely, yeah. I don't know about the reliability, as you say, of Jonathan Coachman. I will say, when we met him at WrestleCon a few years ago, couldn't have been a nicer bloke.
By all accounts, a very nice man.
Lovely man.
And I also do believe that he has been told of Vince. I believe that, yeah.
Yeah, and obviously he's got a lot of history with Vince, so it would make sense that he would know about these sorts of things if people were being made aware of it.
And I should say as well, he's not saying that Vince is definitely buying it. He's saying he thinks he wants to.
No, I mean, I suppose Vince could he still have the receipt from the sale?
Take it back.
Actually, you didn't say no backsies, so I'll be having it back, thank you very much. Like you say, for a variety of different reasons. I mean, one, purely, I don't want that man anywhere near WWE ever again. Not that would really affect it. Like, I thought that a few years ago when it was like, oh, thank goodness he's gone. What do you mean he's doing a coup and coming back? It's a very different scenario to that one, of course. And yeah, the TKO Endeavor, whatever we're calling it, have injected a great deal of investment, money, resources into this to make it even bigger with the Netflix stuff and the crossover stuff with the UFC and partnerships with TNA, all that stuff. It's got even bigger than it was under Vince McMahon. I have no doubt he has copious amounts of money, but I don't see this one happening. But I would not be surprised with these sort of reports going around if he doesn't try to launch another wrestling promotion with some of the how can I put this in the best possible way without getting us in trouble? Ne'er-do-wells not employed by some of the big wrestling companies.
Yeah, I wonder if he will, just imagine the main events he would book between people whose names rhyme with Party Hurl and Croc Mesmer.
Oh, good, yeah. I like this game.
Moe crying. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of options.
Yeah.
There's lots of options for him out there. Yeah, look, he's not buying it back. Look, Saudi Arabia is likelier to buy. The investment fund is likelier to buy WWE than Vince's. TKO ain't going nowhere. Look, the company makes more money than ever before. Why would they sell?
Yes, exactly.
Why would they do that?
Yeah, and I think Endeavour will be very happy with their purchase of the way it's grown over the last couple of years or so.
Yeah.
But sticking with Jonathan Coachman, more reporting from him. Put me out of a job.
We're doing Coach Hour over here,
baby. He was talking about Money in the Bank. Now, of course, we now know, following what happened at Saturday night's main event, it is going to be John Cena and Logan Paul tagging together.
The meta powers.
Of course, yes. Yeah. Against Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso in a big match that isn't involved in the Money in the Bank matches, obviously. However, there was loads of speculation considering what happened at WrestleMania 41, whether Travis Scott was going to be involved in all of this, and that led us to think, maybe Bad Bunny could be involved, which could be really interesting. But Jonathan Coachman is claiming on Behind the Turnbuckle that he's hearing that Travis Scott flaked on doing the tag team match with John Cena, and he hasn't been training with Booker T. I don't know whether that's because of the receipt maybe he got from Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Punch me in the eardrum, will you?
Yeah.
Well, I am going to hit you with the hardest looking crossroads you've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm going to eat you.
To be honest, to an extent, I don't really blame him. I'm a huge fan of wrestling, but as I've mentioned before, for something we shot years ago in the old office, we gimmicked a pool cue for Phil to break over my back. He did it. There was probably like half a centimetre of the pool cue left. A strong gust of wind would have broken it, but after that happened, I moaned about it for about 2 weeks. So if he's had a little bit of a taste of wrestling, gone, you know what, a whole match?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good. That being said, Travis Scott, his weird involvement with WWE over the last 6 months is really funny.
It's been funny and divisive.
Yes.
The thing at the Royal Rumble, if I never hear that song again, that'd be good. The thing at the Royal Rumble was like, he got the cool photograph out of it, but he also punched Cody Rhodes up.
Yeah. The Royal Rumble stuff I didn't mind, but then it was like the Undertaker entrance at WrestleMania during a match.
Yeah, well, it took him like 5 minutes.
Cody had to sell for so long.
Yeah, so it's entirely possible that he got that receipt and was like, nope, that's enough. That's enough. But also,
and I sense Booker T as a hard taskmaster as well.
I imagine so, yeah. I imagine so. When this report about Travis Scott came out, this tag team match idea, there was a lot of negativity towards it. So part of me wondered because they definitely pivoted from it on Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
Part of me wondered if they'd heard the reception and gone, okay, do something else. It's quite interesting, Paul. I think if you were to book Bad Bunny and Cody Rhodes versus Travis Scott and John Cena, Bad Bunny would actually be the second best wrestler in that entire match.
That's a good point, yes.
On current form, at least. Gee whiz. But yeah, I don't know, like, is it better or worse if... I mean, it's more of a freak show if Travis Scott was in it because he's never wrestled before than Logan Paul.
But then again, I think the bar for celebrity wrestlers has elevated so much over the past few years. You cannot just go in there and be like, "Hi everybody, I'm a celebrity and I can do one move."
You can't suck. And look, Travis Scott is immensely successful and rich and famous. Why would he want to wrestle?
Yeah.
It's just, unless he loves the business.
Yeah, Bad Bunny did it for the love of the game, quite clearly.
Exactly.
He did it during a pandemic when there was no one in attendance, right? Wasn't he when he the DJ?
I don't remember.
I think Miz smashed up his DJ set or something.
It's always the bloody Miz.
Yeah.
It's always the bloody Miz.
But everyone's got their signature maneuvers, haven't they? You've got Logan's high flying stuff or the buckshot or whatever, and you've got Snoop Dogg's frog splash. All good stuff. Maybe he just couldn't settle on what was his.
Actually, Logan Paul said a real signature move was taking photos of dead bodies for content.
There we go.
Look,
he has kind of regressed, I would say, Logan Paul.
If he's not very good.
He's not as good. He's not as. I certainly don't anticipate his matches as much as I did a few years back.
There's nothing between the moves. There's not enough in between the moves.
We'll always have that match with Roman, though. That was
really good. That was really well worked. But yeah, he's regressed. It's more a case of probably just not improving rather than regressing. I think.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just think we've seen enough. Like, we've seen everything we're going to see from him. I don't think he's going to get much better.
But he's going to be holding up that end of the team.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I mean, John Cena in 20. Yeah, anyway. Right, let's talk about. Listen up, you pieces of shit. You no good trash bag. I'll kill you.
So, normally we're quite well behaved on the news. That threw me for a second, but I've just remembered what this third story is.
Don't you dare swearing, you shits at WWE shows.
Sorry, Ryan. Right. I'll be good, I promise.
It's all right. Sorry, Ryan. We only do this once in a blue moon. Look, WWE doesn't want you swearing at shows, apparently.
Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, listen, I'm a free man and I can do what I want. This is according to Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio. I'm going to read the passage to you. You can make your own mind up about it. People have actually suggested this of just making an announcement of, hey, we're here. It's a TV show. It's going all over the world. We want you to have fun. Don't swear. In the past, if they had done that, the audience would have then started swearing because they wouldn't have wanted to be controlled. But I think the audience is mature enough and smart enough and everything like that if you told them that, I think they might be okay with it. This is just something that has been suggested. I know that, but they don't do it. So somebody has said, hey, we should tell people not to swear. I kind of get it. Like, if you're in like a section with loads of kids, watch your mouth. Like, if you're sitting next to like a child and you say, see you next Tuesday, come on, what's going on? What are you up to? But at the same time, like, if someone dives 30 feet off a ladder, I'm going to chant holy shit.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do. To stop me doing that. Yeah, it's weird. Crowd control.
I think it's one of those things. Dave does have an element of a point here, because I think the WWE audience in 2025 would be far more receptive to requests, let's say, from WWE officially. But this is too far. It's like telling football fans, please don't swear.
Yeah.
Every time you look, right, if you're unaware, if you never watch soccer, if you're one of our American viewers, anytime you cut to the crowd, it could be the greatest moment in your team's history. It could be Aberdeen winning the Scottish Cup at the weekend. Anytime you cut to a crowd, there will be people, throwing babies in the air, kissing their partner or whatever. Someone's going to be doing the wanker symbol.
Yeah.
It's officially, like, guaranteed.
Absolutely.
And like you say, whether it be someone doing something ridiculous or, like, if you really hate a heel, you're not going to sit there and say, ugh, screw you, Cena. It's going to be a
F you.
F and a Jeffin. So, and I get it. Maybe this request has just come from that whoever's job it is, the Paul Bastard within WWE, who when they do like a looping F you, Cena, or whatever it may be, Seth or whatever, has to try and time the silences and always gets it wrong. Yeah. Do you reckon they've just leaked that out to Dave? Can we stop that a bit? It's really difficult.
It's weird. They sometimes get the first one right, but then they'll like, if it's F-U Cena, they'll censor the word you.
Yes.
And it's like, what? What are you doing? How are you not good at this? You work for Netflix. What's going on? Or the Fed. I don't know which one. But it's one of those things. I mean, listen, this is the era of goofs in the crowd when they read out the announced gate and it's broken all the records because these people have paid $500 for tickets. Sit there and go,
we did that. Yeah.
I am a victim. I am a victim of capitalism and that.
I like sell my car for this.
Yeah, like clapping seals. I took out 3 different credit cards. And it's like, gee whiz.
Yeah.
The cell phoneage is really high these days. But yeah, I also agree. I think like if they said, hey, keep the language down, for the most part, people would tone it down a little bit.
I do also reminds me this of like the UFC. I distinctly remember when Conor won 2 belts at UFC 205. This is a sport where you see people get their legs and arms broken, people's faces getting mangled. People are fighting for your entertainment, and like if they do a bit of a swear in their promo, people are like, well, no one wants to hear that. Let's get that off.
Too much.
It's like, come on. But I don't think people aren't going to be getting kicked out for swearing, are they?
No,
let's be honest.
No, probably not. Just, when you're around kids and stuff, like,
that's sensible.
Just be mindful.
Right, some unfortunate news to close on today. The announcement that Rick Derringer, the singer behind Hulk Hogan's Real American theme and several other WWE songs, has sadly passed away. The 77-year-old death was announced on social media on Tuesday. Derringer, alongside David Wolf in 1985, produced the wrestling album, which obviously had Real American. You had JYD's Grab Them Cakes, Hillbilly Jim's Don't Go Messing with a Country Boy. And then, let's not forget, in 1987, Derringer produced Pile Driver, the wrestling album. from 2, joined by the brilliant Jim Johnston on that one.
Big Jim.
Demolition's theme song, Honky Tonk Man's theme, Slick's Jive Soul Bro, and Stand Back, performed by Vince McMahon, of course. But yes, a man forever linked with some epic wrestling themes. Sad news.
Real American is like, if it's not on your Mount Rushmore of themes,
yeah.
I mean, it's all taste, obviously. It's one of the all-time greats. It really is. Dun, 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 dun.
Everyone knows it.
Everyone knows it. You can play it in a nightclub and people will go off. Like,
well, I'll say very quickly. Just a quick story.
Well, yes.
We have at the brilliant Sweet Chin Disco, which may be coming back later this year with the brilliant Mark Henry. You play it, and it's weird, isn't it? Because the song Forever will be just epic.
Yes.
And I've been guilty of this myself, of like, da da da, no, it's Hulk Hogan. So he gets a weird reaction in terms of the song, Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan's obviously...
He's ruined it for everyone.
Yeah, but also he didn't write the song.
No.
So he didn't record it. He didn't play the guitar. He didn't play the drums.
Like it is, if you wished for a wrestling theme for yourself as a wrestler, you'd want something like that, just so epic.
It's iconic.
Yeah,
it
that's
is.
the word I should.
It is, and yes, it's associated with a guy who has done the very best to ruin his own reputation and image over the past 10 or so years. But it's an all-time great theme. Like I like the Hillbilly Jim one as well. Don't go messing with the country boy. It's really catchy and it's really good. So sad news. Rest in peace, Rick Derringer. Like there's not many people on the world who can say they've created something as iconic and instantly recognizable as the Real American theme song. It is an absolute monolith of a wrestling theme.
Give those albums a spin today in his memory.
It is. It's the standard against which most wrestling themes should be compared. And that is one hell of a legacy to leave.
Death Rebel, huh?
Yeah, I mean, well, you know, there's stuff about that too. But yeah, it's a classic, and if you are a wrestling fan, you know it. Yeah. You know it instantly as soon as you hear the first dun, the first chord. You're like, it's Real American, obviously. So yeah, shame about Hulk Hogan, obviously, but that's not Rick Derringer's fault. He just wrote the song, and he did one of the best jobs of all time. Easily as good as anything any other wrestling producer has ever made.
Power Drive is such a good album as well. Give that a listen today. Our thoughts, of course, go out to Derringer's friends and family.
Yeah, 77 years old. Rest in peace, man. It's sad, but like an incredible thing to leave behind.
Yes, exactly.
An incredible
what a legacy.
Thing.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. So. Yes, rest in peace, Rick Derringer. We'll have more news later on today, but in the meanwhile, why don't you check out, speaking of the 1980s wrestling, 50 fascinating facts from WWE in the 80s. There's some stuff on here that will pop your eyelids. They'll fly clean off your face.
Bye.
Bye.